Minions are one of my favorite parts of Final Fantasy XIV. While these little guys might not add anything in terms of combat advantages, they add a distinct level of fun and ability to express yourself in game. Well, that is until you realize that the Gold Saucer has the Lords of Verminion minigame, which is actually a really epic way to play with your minions. But more on that later in a different video, because this video is focused on my top 10 minions. Of course though, the best minion is whatever fits what you like the most. Maybe this really goes well with your glamour and isn't on my list. You know what? Let me know in the comments if you have a special minion that you really like. Let's start off with some special mentions, because if I don't mention them, I will frankly be grilled to ash. So special mention number 1 is going to be the Fat Cat. When it comes to excellent minions that are well loved in game, few things are as powerful, flat out OP if I may, as the Fat Cat. This minion's highly questionable, whatever you want to call this bounding gait, is actually amazing. But now let's read the description. Born in an unmarked alley in an unnamed town, this poor creature had to hunt into mean streets just to stay alive, until learning that following retainers and feeding off the slaughter left in their wakes was safer, easier way to get a full belly. Yeah, that is the actual description in game. Case closed. Now special mention number 2 is the Bomb Poco. First off, it loves transmog, which we all know that we're big proponents of in the 14 community. We love our transmog here. Although I know some of you might choose questionable things to transmog into, we know that. But this hover text, I just can't do it. This is literally in the game, and so I am dead. But now with the special mentions out of the way, we are now into my personal top 10. What minions I cannot go without that, yeah, my gameplay experience probably would actually be lesser if these weren't here. Number 10 is going to be the broader Otter. Alongside the normal Otter, this guy is wearing a ridiculous Hawaiian t-shirt and a straw hat and has a fishing pole. I don't even know what else other to say other than the broader Otter is totally ridiculous, and it just makes me happy to see. Also, the lore, the minion lore is so cute. I mean, if you get bored of the food, you gotta do something about it, right? Relatable content. At least for me, it's relatable content. I really relate to the broader Otter, and the Otter some days when I want to pronounce words correctly. Good God, some days. Number 9 is going to be the Palico, and it's from the Monster Hunter World crossover event, and from that we can have our very own Palico. I'm sad that unlike Monster Hunter World though, we can't change its colors to something morbidly offensive to the eyes, and then equip it with tons of gear for Pokemon Palico. What? I never did mention that I did like some Monster Hunter World in the past. Pokemon Palico is so for the win. I'm stupid, I'm degenerate, I'm dumb, but you know what? I'm having fun. But this makes the Palico an easy addition to this list. This had to be in the list for me. So number 8 is going to be collectively all of the great Screes. These little yellow wrigglers are legendary in the 14 community, and for good reason. I get it that a lot of people joined near the end of Stormblood and going into Endwalker, so they're not super well versed with the Screes, but they are ridiculous. They have been a meme in the community for a long time. The lore behind them is absolutely ridiculous. The questline to unlock them is a meme, and I can't deal with it, nor can many others. They're just a favorite, and I actually love them myself quite a bit. Also, they come in behatted and behelmeted Serpents of Ronka if you aren't fully satisfied with the Asmon Gold Scree. Number 7 is Morpho, and this minion is actually one of my personal favorites because it's just been neat to me. Even in the past, I was saying like it was my second favorite minion. Unfortunately, some of these top minions really did knock it down a peg, as well as just I've used it so much. But how to say it? Butterflies are very meaningful to me and have meant a lot in my real life, and yeah, I even literally used to call my grandmother, who has unfortunately passed away. I do want to talk about that in a future video after I release my website, because I don't want to delve into that until I have that. But I called her growing up as a kid like the butterfly, and butterfly is always just beautiful, represented change and a fresh new beginning and hope. And so this blue butterfly can be seen in a lot of different books, magic, lore, and just like a lot of high fantasy stuff. The butterfly is very iconic. All of this combines to make Morpho one of my favorites. Also, as someone who has main Scholar for literally the entire duration of this game, because we don't look at 1.0 that much, guys. Morpho just flat out feels iconic. It feels right. It's an easy spot on this list. Number 6 is Wind Up Rudy, which Wind Up Rudy was introduced, and I meant it like during a Christmas event, and I meant it when I said it at the time that this would be a favorite of mine. This derpy cute minion holds presence and all around is adorable, not to mention he also looks so distinct from all other minions. Even if it's not Christmas, this minion truly has a gift to stand on. that was terrible, but you know what, this minion isn't, so I love the minion. Number 5 is the Wind-Up Meat Eater, which, yes, probably actually really shocked a lot of you. And if I told you, though, that this was a form of Pokemon like Pikachu or Mimikyu, or if someone told me that, I'd believe them. But no, this is actually a minion in 14. It totally is a Pikachu Mimikyu kind of vibe to me personally, and Mimikyu is such a good Pokemon. Maybe I'm gonna make Pokemon content, who knows, it might be fun in the future, but I digress. But why is the Wind-Up Meat Eater this high? Most people don't even know this minion exists, and that's because for me it just has its own very unique aesthetic. This isn't something that you see all the time. Not to mention this minion follows waving its arms around back and forth, and overall it's just funny, it's awesome. He also goes extremely well darker, glamorous, and themes, and all around this is not a look that you see in other minions. Even among the list of minions here that I'm giving you, this large, darker themed minion just is really a standout class of its own. Number 4 is going to be the Hatching Bunny, and this bunny is just so funny to me. It totally reminds me of those bunnies from Final Fantasy XII. I haven't gone back to check, but I think it might actually be from there. But it has them like jiggling and everything. It just has vibrant colors. It's all around kind of amazing. It jiggles and twerks and works and haha honey, working, twerking, haha honey. I wonder if anyone's gonna get that reference. I'm so stupid. Let's have a kiki. But its ears are just going wild, and it's overall just extremely iconic. This one does spark joy for me. I love the Hatching Bunny. Number 3 is gonna be Pod 316, and the Star Wars vibes are going wild with this one. I adore this minion. Couple this with lightsaber newlets, and yeah, I'm absolutely totally beyond thrilled with that aesthetic. 4 lightsaber styled newlets here just gives me life. Like, favorite weapon in the game. And am I a Sith or am I a Jedi? I'm a Sith. Sorry, shocking. Probably. Actually, maybe that is shocking, but totally Sith. But it's an absolute favorite of mine, but I'll shut up now because this isn't a favorite weapon in Final Fantasy XIV video. That's coming, but this is my number 1. But spoiler alert. But let's talk about the color. I said Pod 316, which is the black version of the Samsung S22 Ultra or iPhone Pro Max. Depending on which flagship you're going with. Depending on the glamour though, the white version of the phone may be better for you, but in general I find myself pulled more to the black ones, and that's the phone I have, so that's why this color for me. But what can I say about this minion that I haven't already? It looks highly distinct. It goes ridiculously well with the sage floating newless. It's giving me Star Wars vibes. I adore this minion, and if it didn't exist I would genuinely be worse off for it. So easy number 3. Number 2 is going to be the Red Panda, and shocking, Red Panda used to be a number 1 of mine. Now it's number 2. I am so sorry, Red Panda. I love you still. But the Red Panda, what can I say about it? Red Pandas are one of my most favoriteest of favorite animals in real life. I love them. They are so cute. They are fluffy. They always seem happy. Like, you put pictures of Red Pandas and it's like, oh, it sparks joy. I love them. They are so cute. They are like on some of my devices. Just one of my favorite animals ever. So cute. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bindi, my Pomeranian, my pet, wins bar none, but Red Pandas are definitely up there too. You can also beckon to the minion to have them scurry up your backside and then just rest there, which is absolutely amazing. Wait, that sentence came out wrong. But you just have this Red Panda sitting on your shoulder, and as you're doing various tasks or even just sitting at your house, the Red Panda is truly a minion that makes me incredibly happy. Number 1 is Drippy. It's all about that drip, guys. This legendary minion has appeared in an absolutely a comical, hilarious number of my videos, and for very good reason. Drippy is amazing. Drippy whacks people with his wand, and overall is just a happy, playful minion. This dance, the eyes, the photo bombing potential. Drippy does it all, and Drippy has it all, and is awesome. Not to mention Drippy is smart. Just read their flavor text. That is a smart minion. Drippy is love, Drippy is life. It's all about that drip, man. And yes, that is fucking terrible. It's all about that drip, man. But you know what? It's true. Anyhow, that's just my list, but we have obviously so many more minions in 14. It's kind of crazy to think about my 10 would be like the 10 best for everyone. All personal preference, but I do want to know now. I thought at the start of the video, do I want to know? And I'm like, yeah, I want to know. What are your favorite minions? I'm sure other people are going to also be really curious, and so let's share in the comments. Let's inspire each other to get all of these cute as heck friendos. So anyhow, take care everyone. I love you so much, and again, thank you all for the comments on that video. I haven't read through every single one of them, but my god, you guys are amazing. I love y'all so much. Take care and have a fantastic day.